Hey, what's going on, guys? Slim Anthem here. I originally was not going to post Anthem news this week, but just so much shit has happened this past week that I kind of have to post this video just to kind of explain what's been going on. Um, stuff that's been going on in my life and outside my life in general. Just a lot of stuff's been going on. So I've kind of written it down here in this book, and I'd like to share a few things that um, I want you guys to think about. So first off, I would like to talk about Hurricane Harvey. I know that happened in August, but it's just that recovery efforts are just now happening, and um, it's just a very, very heartbreaking event because there's so many people without homes and power and all that. People that have lost their lives, and we need Houston just needs prayers and help from everybody. So just kind of think about Houston and keep them in your prayers at night, and especially for those families that have lost their children or who have lost some of their loved ones in that storm. Um, Especially pray for Hurricane Irma because that storm is just now reaching Florida, and I can already tell that one's going to be pretty bad too, maybe even worse than Harvey. So just kind of keep those families in your thoughts and prayers, and pray that everything will turn out okay in the end, and that everything will be okay. Also in national news, this is it this week? Yeah, this week is the 16th anniversary of 9/11. So just kind of remember all the people whose lives were lost during that tragic event. Um, yeah, it still gets me every year. Even though I was really young when that event happened, it just still holds a place in my heart. Like, my prayers just go out to those who have been affected by that horrible, horrible event. Um, Now, moving on to some more personal stuff. Earlier this week, when I got back to school, I was leaving Walmart and I got pulled over. Um, I was just driving like a jackass the whole week, so I was lucky I didn't get pulled over earlier on. But yeah, I was unfortunate because I saw the light turn yellow and I decided to gun it, and then as soon as I crossed the line to go into the intersection, it turned red. So I ran the red light, and the cop happened to be right behind me, so he pulled me over, and then he told me that I was speeding or I ran red light and I pulled out in front of him. I didn't even see him in the first place. I don't know how I pulled out in front of him, but yeah, he ended up cutting me some slack, so he just wrote me up for the ticket, or just wrote me up for running the red light. But if you guys could just pray for me in that situation that everything will be okay, then that'd be great. Yeah, I have a court date scheduled for the end of the month, so I'm not really looking forward to that. But I'm hoping that I can get this cleared and off my record, and so I don't have to worry about it again. Um, Also, this past week was the 1 year anniversary of my grandpa's death. Um, yeah, it seems like it wasn't that long ago, but it's been a year since my grandfather passed away due to a heart attack. So just kind of keep him and my family in your prayers. Um, and then probably the biggest traumatic thing that's happened this week that has affected me personally was my dog's death. I have two dogs, but one of them died. Her name was Marley Mayhem Leipert, and she unfortunately left us on Tuesday. She passed away um, overnight while she was sleeping, and she had a heart murmur, and then she had a breathing condition where she couldn't get in enough oxygen, and she just sounded really bad. But I'm gonna miss that dog. I'm just gonna have to keep my spirits up. But I try to just think about all the good times I've had with her and all that. Um, but what I think was really sweet of Marley was that even though she was struggling so much when I left to come here for school, she was she was literally holding on just to see me one last time. So I thought that was very sweet of her. And then that night when I left, she passed away. She was she was satisfied because she saw me for one last time. So um, Marley and my other dog Annie, who died years ago, about 10 years ago, no, not 10 years ago, 7 years ago, they're now reunited up in heaven. So sisters reunited. And then some other news this week. One of my fellow classmates from my high school, Joe Eller, he passed away. He had a heart condition going on. I don't know what the name of it was, but he was kind of struggling with it for the past few years, and it just got the best of him, and he died. Unfortunately, he left us the other day. So prayers go out to his family through this time of grieving and all that. And my grandma, she fell and broke her hip a couple days ago, and she went through surgery and got that taken care of, and the surgery was a success, so she's doing a little better, but now she's in the recovery stage. And once you break a hip when you're at that age, it's not easy coming back from that. So I just pray that everything will be okay with her and that she'll get through this. And then two more things. I don't know if any of you are country music fans out there, but a lot of people in the country community are devastated by the news of Troy Gentry's death. He was 50 years old, I believe, and he actually died in a helicopter crash. I don't know what caused the crash, if it was like a mechanical error or a pilot error or whatever, but it's just sad because he was a great musician, and his passing has just really shocked a lot of people. Well, it wasn't passing, it was more just an immediate death. And then lastly, my pastor back at home, Alan Zugelter, he resigned from being a pastor. He's been battling for a year with cancer, and then when he finally got cleared and stopped chemotherapy and all that, he came back to church to preach during the summer, but he was only there for about a month before he stepped down again, because I guess his cancer came back, so he just officially resigned. So he's no longer a pastor at our church. I mean, it's just a very sad event, you know, like you battle all your way back up so you can preach again, and then just like that, you're back to square one. That can't be a tough fight. But that's all I have to share with you guys. I'm sorry this is a depressing episode of Anthem News, but it's stuff I need to let you guys know about. So please keep all of those events and people who've passed or gotten hurt, please keep all of those situations in mind. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later. See ya.